What makes Harvey Specter so effective in Suits? Is it because he is the hardest working lawyer in his firm, logging countless hours and outworking his competition?
It's 9:30. Nice of you to show up 2 hours after we open for business.
Well, no, because Harvey doesn't work nearly as hard as many of his colleagues at Pearson Specter Lit. Is it because Harvey has a team full of associates that he commands diligently? Again, the answer is no. Harvey actually works with a very limited group of people. We tend to think of successful people as incredibly hard workers, or leaders of great teams. But in Suits, Harvey Specter is neither of these things, and yet he is incredibly effective and respected. How could this be? To understand how Harvey does this, we must first understand the 80-20 principle. Discovered in 1897 by Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, the 80-20 principle is the belief that in any situation, some things are likely to be much more important than others. It is the belief that a minority of causes, inputs, or effort usually lead to the majority of results, outputs, or rewards. The 80-20 principle has been validated in many different fields. In business, the top 20% of products typically account for about 80% of dollar sale values. The top 20% of customers typically account for 80% of a business's profit. In society, 20% of criminals account for 80% of the value of all crime, due to repeat offenders. 20% of those who marry account for 80% of the divorces, due to those who consistently remarry. And 20% of children attain 80% of educational qualifications available. In terms of money, 20% of the United States population holds 86% of the country's wealth. Practically speaking, the 80-20 principle suggests that the most effective 20% of efforts often produce 80% of the results. For example, if you're a student working on a project, it might be that 1 hour of highly focused work achieves the bulk of the project's progress, while the remaining 4 hours of less concentrated effort yield only minimal results. The 80-20 principle is the belief that by identifying the minority of inputs responsible for the majority of outputs, we can significantly enhance our effectiveness and productivity. Sticking with the student example, if we were able to identify that the 1 hour we study at the library is many times more productive than the 4 hours we spend studying in our rooms, then if we were to spend 2 hours studying in the library and eliminate the 4 hours studying in the room, in theory we would be nearly twice as productive in those 2 hours as we would be in the original 5. Now that we understand the 80-20 principle, we can revisit Harvey Specter's approach.
I deserve that promotion. My billables destroy his. And I'm here night and day doing whatever's needed instead of swanning in and out of here whenever I please.
I must admit, he does make me sound very swan-like.
Although Harvey isn't the hardest worker in terms of billable hours, especially compared to partners like Louis Litt and Jack Soloff, who log significantly more hours, his approach is notably strategic rather than just time-intensive. While he may have put in longer hours earlier in his career, by the time the show takes place, Harvey's focus has shifted to working fewer but more efficient hours. He also doesn't manage a large team. Instead, he primarily works with just 2 people, Mike and Donna. Despite not being the hardest working lawyer or holding a leadership role, Season 5 reveals that Harvey is by far the highest paid lawyer at the firm. Moreover, he is one of the most powerful and respected lawyers in New York. These impressive achievements highlight Harvey Specter's mastery of the 80-20 principle, and his success is a testament to this powerful strategy. Harvey's brilliance is evident through his focused approach in 2 main areas. Firstly, relationships. Harvey strategically invests in only the most crucial relationships. He builds strong connections with a select few, like Jessica, Mike, and Donna, and he avoids spreading himself thin with others. Secondly is niche. Harvey operates within his unique area of expertise, excelling at high-stakes deals and strategic maneuvers. By focusing solely on what he does best and delegating other tasks, he showcases his exceptional skills. In essence, Harvey's success is rooted in his disciplined application of the 80-20 principle, concentrating on what truly drives value and leveraging his strengths to the fullest. First, let's talk about Harvey's key relationships, starting with Cameron Dennis. District Attorney Cameron Dennis was instrumental in Harvey's early career, providing mentorship that accelerated his development.
In 2 years, you handled 18,362 cases, 36 cases a day. That's beyond impressive.
Thank you.
You took 147 to trial, winning them all.
Don't go to trial if you're not going to win.
Working under Dennis, Harvey gained extensive experience quickly, handling thousands of cases in just 2 years. To quote Richard Koch, "Be willing to pay a high price to work for the best. Find any excuse to spend time with them. Work out what their characteristics and way of operating are. You will find that they see things differently, spend time differently, and interact with other people differently." Harvey's close relationship with Dennis provided him with invaluable insights and skills, enabling him to learn the tricks of the trade rapidly, something that would have taken much longer or might not have been achieved at all under less skilled mentorship. Next is Jessica Pearson. Jessica Pearson's relationship with Harvey is all about trust and freedom.
Harvey speaks for the firm.
As seen in the clip, Jessica trusts Harvey to handle high-stakes situations, giving him the freedom to speak on behalf of the firm and implement his own ideas. Jessica not only gives Harvey freedom in high-stakes situations, but also on a day-to-day basis. Jessica gives Harvey the leeway to work in his own style, focusing only on what's most important and ignoring less critical tasks. This freedom lets Harvey use his time and skills most effectively, which is a core part of the 80-20 thinking. Without Jessica's support, Harvey wouldn't be able to work the way he does.
In fact, you are looking at the best closer this city has ever seen.
By having the most important person in his career backing him, Harvey can concentrate on what really matters and achieve great results. Harvey's relationship with Jessica captures the core of 80-20 thinking, pinpointing the crucial relationships that can determine success or failure and ensuring they are in the best possible condition.
I'm an exception.
Find me another one.
I know you say you know me, I know you think you different. I know you got this lifestyle, but lifestyle ain't with me. I know you think you know.
Next, we have Michael James Ross. Richard Koch wrote, "The best people create enormous surpluses, often far beyond what they are permitted to extract. Such people are very few." Mike Ross proves himself to be the best person to be Harvey's associate for two reasons. Firstly, his photographic memory and incredible intelligence.
And once I read something, I understand it. And once I understand it, I never forget it.
Secondly, Mike has the ability to think on his feet and the swagger that Harvey is looking for.
We need people who think on their feet, not another clone with a rod up his ass.
You give me this, and I will work as hard as it takes to school those Harvard douches and become the best lawyer you have ever seen.
As Koch said, the best people typically create value far above the mean. Harvey understands this, which is why he rarely collaborates with others.
I work better alone anyway.
He views most as average and invaluable. When he does find someone exceptional, like Mike Ross, he invests deeply in them, mentoring Mike and outsourcing all his research work to him. This is Harvey's 80-20 thinking in action.
Donna, I need the... Oh, also, I didn't have a chance to... Marry me?
We took care of that too. We've been married for the last 7 years.
Excellent.
Next is Donna Paulsen. Donna is indispensable to Harvey's success by managing essentially all of his day-to-day tasks, allowing him to concentrate on the things he does best. This relationship embodies Koch's advice. Raise your income by just doing the few highest value things you do. Outsource the rest. Donna's efficiency and trust enable Harvey to focus on high-impact areas of his work, maximizing his effectiveness and success. Her role is a key part of Harvey's strategy to leverage high-value tasks and achieve exponential results. To quote Naval Ravikant, "Play long-term games with long-term people. All returns in life, whether in wealth, relationships, or knowledge, come from compound interest." The power of Harvey's relationships is that he finds trustworthy people of value and he works with them for decades. Harvey and Mike worked together for nearly a decade. He works with Jessica and Donna for nearly 20 years. It is important to note that Harvey sustains these incredibly valuable relationships because he provides immense value to all of these people in return.
An attorney by the name of Jessica Pearson helped me get through law school, but I always planned on ending up at her firm and paying her back by earning that firm outrageous settlements. How am I doing?
You do better.
Let's go.
You're coming?
You think I'm gonna miss your closing night?
I didn't know you were a Shakespeare fan.
I'm a Donna fan.
You know, Harvey, you don't have to do this. I know you've got a lot going on with
The only
Mike.
thing I got going on tonight is you.
The next key area where Harvey exemplifies the 80-20 principle is through focusing on his niche. Harvey's niche is closing deals. It is getting powerful clients to cooperate. The 80-20 principle revolves around specialization, focusing on the few things you do exceptionally well and dedicating all your effort to those areas to yield maximal results. Harvey embodies this by playing to his strengths. As mentioned, he delegates tasks he isn't skilled at to Mike and Donna. This lets him concentrate on what he does best: reading people, evaluating situations, and closing deals. Richard Koch states, There are always winners and losers, and always more of the latter. You can be a winner by choosing the right competition, the right team, and the right methods to win. Harvey is a winner because he excels in all these areas. He picks the right competition by focusing on closing high-stakes deals rather than working long hours or managing big teams. He carefully selects the right team, using Donna and Mike's strengths to cover his weaknesses. With Jessica, he has significant autonomy, allowing him to use the right methods tailored to his unique style and expertise. This freedom lets Harvey employ innovative tactics and make high-impact decisions, driving his success. He operates so well within his niche that no one else can match his expertise.
In fact, you are looking at the best closer this city has ever seen.
I'm the best closer the city's ever seen. I closed.
So that is how Harvey Specter is so successful while working less than his adversaries. He applies the 80-20 principle. Harvey uses his few key allies to build a team around him to allow him to operate within the niche that he has mastered, winning cases and closing deals.